I know that all sounds really serious, and I know you've all been fed, and you're probably pretty sleepy and ready to get out of here, but I do want to share one other thing with you, or several other things with you. First of all, I brought some of these. This is a new, I've been really lucky this year, by the way, since you were a good listener, I have some of these. These tubes just came out this year. If you're a crappie angler, these are called Monteleone Silver. They actually have my name on the website, and we are catching things we've caught. You name it, if it swims, we've caught it on there. And so that's why you're getting it, because you're a good listener now.
I'm not very smart.
Well, but you're smarter now too. I brought some videos, and I was going to try to sell these to recoup the money for the rod that you guys made me buy. But actually, I'm going to donate these 3 to the Tennessee Outdoor Riders Association. The next time you guys have an auction, you can probably get $2 a piece for these. They're selling for $25 on the internet, so I'm just going to go ahead and donate these to you all. And then one of the things, you know, I'm certainly not the brightest bulb in the chandelier, but I try to learn as we all do going through life, and so every year I would add something to my list. So when I was thinking about what I would talk about when I came up here, I got the list of the 63 things I've learned in my 63 years, and again, you're supposed to be shocked that I'm 63. I can't read all of these because there's a lot of ladies in the room, but I will read a few of these to you, and I think you'll probably, some of them will amuse you, some of them will strike a chord with you, some of them may be new to you. I'm kind of doubting that, but we'll run through a few of them anyway. Number 2 for me is fishing's supposed to be fun. Never get mad when you fish. Save your anger for golf, computerized customer service, and mean people. I was thinking about my ex-wife when I wrote this one. There's a fine line between being very stupid and mentally ill. Actually, almost everyone has a degree of mental illness, and the rest are just stupid. Extremists are never fun to be around. A career requires, if you all knew me, I had a real job for almost 41 years working for the Kroger company in manufacturing. And they would always talk about my job. And actually, the guy I worked for asked me one time, do you know when you're going to retire? And I said, well, I've got a pretty good idea. He said, when is it? I said, I can't tell you. And he said, what do you mean you can't tell me? I said, well, if you were going to fire me, would you tell me 2 or 3 years ahead of time? And he said, no. I said, I'm not telling you when I'm retiring. So a career requires a fair amount of responsibility, long hours, and the potential for a lot of job security. I always just had a job. When people would say, I'm glad to see you here today, I said, don't get excited. I'm just here between fishing trips. I'm getting ready to leave. Life doesn't begin at 40. If you're doing it right, it begins every morning.
Yes.
Nobody would have fun if just the good singers and dancers were allowed to sing and dance. And I actually sang in the church choir for 12 years, and the choir director came to me and said, can you sing solo? And literally what I told her, I said, you mean so low that nobody can hear me? Usually when people say it's not the money, it's the principle, it's the money. Where there's a will, there's a relative. Try to like everybody till they give you a reason not to like them.
Amen.
Guys, this is for us. Never answer the question, how do I look in this? Because there's no good answer. Your enemies are like wine grapes. They're much better when you stomp them flat. Money and time should be spent wisely. You'll usually have a limited amount of each one.
Yes.
This is something that I think you all do really well. Learn to look at things like you're looking at them for the first time and for the last time.
Amen. That's great.
A will finds a way, and there's usually more than one way to do almost anything. If you play with snakes long enough, you get bit.